Mike. So, I saw your video today and wanted to procrastinate on packing, so here I am. Hello. So let me talk to you about the notion of, like, the high school crush being the equivalent of, I don't know, idolizing somebody on the internet. Because one, I think you're onto something. I think it's very close to that feeling. But I think it's very close to that feeling because that's the exact same feeling that you get whenever you get a crush on a celebrity. I mean, I like Darren Criss, but if I actually met Darren Criss in person, would I really like Darren Criss? I mean, maybe not. I'll never know. I mean, more than likely anyway. And it's the same kind of thing with YouTubers. Now, YouTubers, I think, actually, like, there's a whole nother connection. Like, I think Darren Criss is cool, but I'm probably not going to obsess over Darren Criss. Just not gonna happen. I mean, you know, just not so much. Because I don't really feel like I know anything about Darren Criss, other than, you know, he looked really cool in that Harry Potter musical. And I sort of like Glee. But the thing with YouTubers is that I do feel like I know stuff about YouTubers, because they share things. I mean, by they, I mean I do too. I'm guilty of this too. Just trust me, I've got how many videos now? People out there in the world know so much information about me, it's actually kind of creepy to think about. And I know so much information about YouTubers, okay? I know one of the patterns on a pair of Craig's boxer shorts, alright? That's not normal. I should not know that kind of information unless I'm dating Craig, which I'm not dating Craig. Please, nobody attack me. And even if I've met these YouTubers, because I've met Craig, and I've met Alex Carpenter, and, you know, I've met Danielle, and I've met Dan Brown, and, you know, that's really cool. But whenever I meet them, the interaction with them is much different than if I met a celebrity. Because if you meet a celebrity, you just kind of shake their hand and you walk off. If you meet somebody from YouTube, you feel like you have something in common with them. Because you're watching their videos because you have something in common with them. Okay? So you develop this kind of high school crush on them because you found somebody out there who has something in common with you. That's kind of what this whole internet thing is so great for. You find a community of people that you can talk with and that you can interact with and that you feel like you connect with. And this group of people is supposed to be a group of people that are, you know, interested in some of the same things that you are. And that's kind of what we end up doing all throughout life anyway, is trying to find a group of people that have something in common with us. So whenever we find it on the internet, we get really excited. And whenever you find that they have 15,000 subscribers that you can talk to, you get excited. Right? Does make sense. So I think that's how this whole thing starts, is that you want to feel like you belong to something. So then you find somebody who has something in common with you. And then you start buying their music. And you buy t-shirts so that if you're walking in downtown Chicago and you see somebody with a Nerdfighter shirt on, you know that person can be your friend. And you do this so that you can feel some sort of connection with somebody else. It's just... So I agree that it's a little weird. I mean, parts of it are insane, okay? And the idea that some people can't separate the reality of how they actually know this person and the fantasy of feeling like you really know them, I think that is a separate problem that we're going to end up having to deal with at some point. But you asked how this sort of thing starts, and I think that's how it starts. Just by the way. That's me throwing something out there. And I have tried to film this 3 or 4 different times, and each time I have rambled for 4.5 minutes. So, I'm done filming this. Bye, Mike. It was nice talking to you.